Okay, let's just summarize quickly, guys. So I assume there is no such doubts, but let me just summarize quickly. As we know that, right? What is Python? Python is nothing but simply just like a Python. It is just simply like a programming language. Like we have another programming languages also in the another market like Java, C, C++, many more tools and all, right? But what is the benefit of working with the Python and all? Because Python is very easy to learn, easy to perform, easy to work, and it can solve a data science and AI related questions and all, right? Again, you can take use it is open source also for everybody, right? Why Python is so much popular nowadays? Because Python can be used for data science, for AI. It's very easy to learn. It has multiple libraries, it has multiple functionality. You can learn it in a very faster way. Even though 10, 12 standard person can easily learn that concept, right? And again, that's an open source and all, isn't it? Other than that, we talked about the framework and tool. What framework and tool we talked about? Again, Python is famous because of it's very easy. It's simple, just like an English programming language, right? Again, framework we talked about just like a mediator. Mediator is nothing but like PyCharm, I know Visual Studio, Google Colab, and all these things we talked about, right? After that, we talked about first concept that is data types. Data types is nothing but data types is nothing but the types of data. First of all, to go deeper within the Python concept, we talked about the data types, right? Before going into that, there's a one concept we talked about the data. What is data actually nowadays? Everybody knows that the data, right? Everybody is generating the data nowadays, right? That a huge amount of data, and those data companies are containing. So we need to handle those data. We need a data science person to handle that the data. So that means that data has different types. Okay, this is something we talked about. Different types of data we talked about, that is integer, float, string, boolean, complex numbers. These things we talked about, right? The simple mathematics concept like we did in 10, 12 standard simply, right? After that, as I mentioned, guys, just listen to me carefully. Rest of the things will be very clear for you, right? No need to be, summarize that. Again, we talked about variable. Yeah, how to create a variable just like we did in 10, 12 standard, even the 5, 6 standard, I can say, right? Python is so much simpler like this. Just write 50 plus 40, it will give you the output like this. You don't need to do anything, right? After that, we talked about, see, this is my variable, how to assign a variable. Variable name can be anything. You can use A, B, C, D, any name. You can use a character like 24 after this, but you cannot store any number at the starting, like 26, 24. You cannot store it at the starting. It should be at last. You cannot use a special character at the time of creating a variable. We talked about this thing, right? Okay. At that time, we talked about operators also. What operators we talked about, like arithmetical operator, assignment operator, comparison, logical identity operator, membership operator, bitwise operator. One of the bitwise operator we talked about, that is, not much easy, but not very useful. It will not be helpful. You'll not be use that one. But these are the operators you will be used mostly, right? Arithmetical operator we talked about simple mathematics, plus, minus, divide, divisible, and all these stuffs, right? We talked about assignment operator. Where do we assign the values, isn't it? After that, we talked about comparison. After that, we talked about is equal to, is not is equal to, just like that way, right? Again, we talked about double is equal to. Double is equal to symbol is nothing but left hand side value is equal to the right hand side, right? LHS is equal to RHS. We talked about in 10 to a standard, isn't it? So this is something we talked about in the last session. Identity operator is not an R, right? Okay. Now we will talk about the today's new concept. Okay. Again, now tell me, guys, is that fine, guys, everybody, or we have doubt or anything so from anybody, right? Now we'll talk about conditional statement, right? Yeah. Tell me, guys. Yeah. Everybody, you let me know. Any concern or anything? Hmm? Yeah, guys. Can I get a response from your side, guys?
No doubts.
Okay. What about others? Are we all good? Everybody? Okay. If there is no such doubts, let me just see what I've written down according to that data structure. Okay. Indexing, slicing. Okay, data types. Oh, before coming into that now, Before going into the conditional statement, we'll talk about data structure today, right? Data data structure today. Sorry, data structure. Okay. First of all, after data types, we will talk about data structure. Okay, sir. Now, what is data structure? Again, we talked about data types, right? Again, we talked about data types. Data types is nothing but where we have different types of data. We talked about integer, we talked about float, and many more. We talked about. Now, today onwards, we are going to start data structure. Again, data structure is another concept in Python which is very helpful, I can say, right? Data structure will be helpful to contain. I'm just writing the into simple terms. I'll try to explain, right? Data data structure is nothing but wherever you store, and you store multiple data into a single variable, right? Into a single variable. Into a single variable. Again, data structure is nothing but in simple terms. If someone gonna ask you what is data structure in simple terms, can you please explain me? Just explain like a way. Data structure is nothing but wherever you store different types of data. Okay. For an example, let's take simple example of it, right? So what I'm just writing a is equal to 20. If I use print of a, it will give me what? It will give me value 20 simply, right? But suppose I'm going to store more data within this like this. I'm going to use is b is equal to like 20, 30, 40, or any other value along with the comma. So comma is nothing but the separator which is separating the value, separating the element within the data structure. Again, if I'm used like this, I'm using like this. So within the same variable b, I can store different types of value. I can store uttam even though, right? Any string data. I can use any string data, right? I can use string data, all these, right? I can use all these things. See, that means different types of data I can store within this. But sir, if I talk about, see, if I am storing only one single data, one single value within my variable, I'm getting only value 20. But if I am using more than one element, more than one value within the same name variable, I'm getting this bracket. What does it mean of this bracket? The bracket means nothing but it is a by default data structure in Python that's called a tuple. This tuple we'll talk about later, but just understand like a way data structure is nothing but within the single variable you will create multiple values. Sorry, you will add multiple values. That values can be different data types. See, it is one integer, it is a string. You can store true, false, even though, isn't it? Okay, sir. That means you're trying to say, sir, if I have a, that means I can store multiple values within the single variable. Yes. But if I'm using multiple values within the same variable, I need a data structure. But sir, here I did not use any data structure. That is the issue, right? If you will not use any data structure to store the value within a single variable, by default data structure will come. That is tuple. Okay, okay. That means by default will come. Yes. Now we will talk about first data structure. Come here. It has actually nothing but store multiple value within the single variable. Okay, so understood. Now we'll talk about the data structures now. First data structure, nothing but list. Yeah, list is data structure. How to represent? Just write list, or you can use the square. Yeah, the square bracket. Again, just listen to me carefully and see the screen. Things will be very clear. Okay. Another data structure we'll talk about tuple. 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 How to represent tuple? Tuple, or this called this bracket simply. Another data structure we have, that is a set. Yeah, set is nothing but just write set or this square, this curly braces. Use another data structure, that is dictionary. How to represent dict or curly braces, but with the key value pair. But with the key value pair, I'll talk about this key value pair, right? So these are the four data structures we will talk about. Getting my point, guys, till now? Everybody, do let me know. Hey,
Yes,
everybody. What
yes,
about
yes.
others?
For the set and dictionary, brackets are same. No?
Yeah, no,
We have
that's written over one thing. key value. There's a difference.
Okay.
Here the bracket are same. Yes, you are right. But here you will use key value pair. What does it mean? We'll talk about this, right? But do let me. Is this fine?
Yeah. Fine.
Can I get some more responses, guys?
Clear.
Okay.
What is the difference between set and dictionary?
We're coming to that. Don't worry. We haven't talked about till now these now, but till now we just understood the name only. Yeah, we just come on, come on. Okay, my system is hanging in between. So let me just close this. Multiple things. We just understood the name. Okay, sir. That means, sir, now we'll talk about first data structure. That is a list. Now we'll talk about first data structure. That is list. Again, like you said, guys, sir, like list is one of the data structure which help us to store the multiple values within a single variable. Yes, my variable name suppose Uttam. Simple, my variable name is Uttam. I'm using this list symbol. Again, if I'll not use this list symbol, by default list, by default data structure will come, that is tuple. Yes, interview may ask sometimes to you, what is your by default data structure in Python? Do we have? That's called a tuple. You have to say at that time. Again, I'm storing the value over here like 10, 20, 100 or any other value. You can use Uttam, you can use London, you can use UK, you can use Meta, you can use Google, right? You can use true, false, or even though I know true like this, any decimal value, something like this you can use, isn't it? Okay, so fine, understood. But that means you are trying to say, if I'll call Uttam, what will happen now? See, this is list. But let me just reduce some things. The multiple values. See, can see this. So this is my list. You can see the symbol. Okay, so that means you are trying to say, if I remove this bracket, what will happen? By default data structure will come. What? That is tuple. Okay, okay. But if I want to add multiple value within the single variable, I have to pass or I have to use any data structure from my end. If I will not, it will by default will take, that is tuple. Got my point? But sir, how do I get to know? Just use like this na, type of Uttam. What it will give you? It will tell me the type of it, isn't it? Getting my point, guys? Everybody? Everyone?
Yes. But
Yeah.
in this variable there are multiple values, no? If
Hmm.
we are using the type, it why it will not show the value of type of these values?
No values. It will not show you. It will show you the only the whole one only. It will not show you the one single one only. It will show you the overall structure wherever you store the value. Getting my point? It will not show you the one
Yeah.
single value only. Yes.
If
Getting my point?
yeah,
Yeah.
I got the point. But in this bracket, if we have only one value, means uh, it will
If you
show
tell one
the
value, definitely at the time it will. No. If there is a one single value, at the same time it will tell you the data type list only. See, if I have single, then it will give you the again. If you are using any data structure, it will not tell you the data type for the element. That's called element or
okay,
value. It will show you the data structure value. Oh, sorry, data structure type of it.
okay,
Getting a point?
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Now let's move ahead. Okay, so that means you are trying to say this is how we can do that. Yes. Okay, fine. Fine, understood. Again, always remember one more thing. List is one of the data structure. List is one of the data structure. List is one of the data. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay, we have understood. So list is nothing but wherever you can store multiple types of data. Yes, sir. We have understood. Fine. Fine. Now we will talk about another data structure, that is tuple. Okay, another. But no, we'll not talk about another data structure. That's fine. Okay, let's just complete this data structure first one by one. Okay. Now we'll talk about tuple data structure. Fine. Okay. Okay, sir. This is how we have done this. Yes. So another data structure I'm going to talk about tuple. How to represent tuple? You have to write tuple, or you have to write this normal bracket. Yes. I'm writing tuple. tup. I'm just writing tup only. I'm just writing. I can write tuple. I can write this bracket directly. I'm writing 1, 2, 3. I can use these values also. Yes, this type of value. Just use type type of tup. What it'll tell you? It will tell you tuple. Yes, sir. It is fine. But again, sir, if here I can store the value same, here I can store the value same, then what is the difference? What is the difference between tuple and list? Only this bracket. You can say yes, but there are many more differences also. What I'll explain it to you. Come here. Come here. Again, always remember each and every data type. Again, each not data type, sorry, my bad. Each and every data structure has its own functionality. Again, listen to me carefully. Each and every data type, that is a list, that is tuple, and rest all. Each and every data structure has its own functionality. What functionalities are you talking about? Like this. I have Uttam. Uttam is a variable which contains a list. Okay, sir, fine. So I'm using Uttam dot. Always I have to use functions, that is inbuilt functions with the dot. Uttam dot. I'm just using one of the functions, that is append. Append means nothing but to add the value. I want to add a value in this like USA. What will happen? What will happen? No output. But if you call Uttam, it will show you the value. Can you see this? USA has been added over here. So you can add a value within the list. That means list is not only where you store the value, even though you can add the value, you can remove the value, you can update the value, you can do multiple things within the list. Getting my point? Okay, sir, fine. Understood. Understood. But can I do the same thing in tuple also like this? Tup dot append. I want to append a value grade within this tuple. Will it work? No, it will give you error. It is saying append no function. That is the difference. Tuple, I'm just writing over here. Tuple is nothing but I cannot add the value. I cannot remove the value. I cannot update the value. I cannot do anything. If I have created a tuple once, I cannot do anything in terms of tuple. But I can do everything if I have created a list once. Okay, if I cannot do anything in tuple, that usually say technical, that is mutable. Sorry, immutable. Immutable. Immutable means I cannot do anything. I cannot change the tuple. But now what is list? List is nothing but immutable, where I can add the value, delete the value, drop the value, remove the value, update the value. That's called mutable. Again, now there is a difference between tuple and list. Interview may ask sometimes, most of the time, tell me the difference between list and tuple. It's nothing but simple one. List is mutable. Mutable means I can add the value. I can delete the value, right? But but in tuple is immutable. Immutable. That means I cannot add the value or delete the value. This is the big difference between them. Did you got my point, guys? What I'm trying to say over here? Hey, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
But data structure are two type linear, non-linear. No, Rajpal. That data structure comes under into software engineering stuff, right? Right. But now we are not talking about. We are not going that type of data structure, the linear, non-linear, hash map. No, that comes under into software engineering domain. Okay. But in data science, we need this Wala data structure information. Okay, Rajpal. What about those guys? Tell me, is this fine, guys?
Yeah. Fine.
What about others?
Yes, fine.
Okay. Okay.
Just zoom
Come again.
while teaching.
No, come again. Come again. Didn't get you.
No, I'm just saying zoom it while teaching.
Okay. No, let's do one thing. Na. Rather than doing like this, I'm just sharing this with you. Let's do one thing. Let's try to complete this first. something more, then I'll give you time. Then you can do this from your side. Okay, try to do that from your side then.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Okay, now we are talking about only right now we are talking about only list and tuple. Okay, now come to the next time. Come to the next cell. Okay. Okay, so you said in list I can add the value. Okay, I have add the value with the help of append. I can delete the value, but how can I delete the value? What is the function to delete the value? I'll come to that. See, this is my Uttam. See that this is Uttam, right? Uttam contain these values. See, these values Uttam contains 10, 20, 100 USA. Okay, sir, fine. There is a function remove. There is a function remove to remove the value. What value I want to remove? I want to remove USA. I don't want to go to USA. If you run this, there is no output. There is no out. Now run Uttam again. Let's see what output will come. See, see, USA is not there. Getting my point? This is how you can remove the value, right? Everybody understood?
Yes, got it.
Okay, can I get some more responses, everyone? Can I get some more
Yes,
response,
got it.
everybody? Yeah.
Yes, got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Clear, clear.
Cool. Cool. Great. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Okay, so we have understood we can remove the value, drop the value, but these are the function or we have more functions also. We have more functions also, right? Again, I'll give you some time. You have to go through those functions from your side, then do this from your side again and again. Then we will work upon. But now we'll talk about rest things also. Okay, sir. Now we talked about, okay. Now tell me, did we talked about data type conversion? Yeah. Did we
No,
talked about
no,
it?
no,
No, I'll let you know. Very
no.
easy, very easy. Data type conversion, very easy. Now tell me, if I ask you A is equal to 10, if I check what is the type of A, tell me what it will come.
Int.
Int. Okay, fine. But my
Okay.
requirement is to convert this number 10 into string. Can I convert this?
Yes,
I
yes.
want to convert this number 10 into string, but this is my requirements. How can I do that? Just like this. B is equal to within a new variable. B is equal to str. Just write str and write a and check the type of b something such a way like this. See, I can get the string value. If you print b at the next line, what will happen? See,
Okay.
it will show you the codes. Yeah, with the codes, it has added the value. Okay, what this is how you can convert the data type. Okay, sir. Can we do more also? Yes, we can do more. How? What more? What more? Suppose I have a value, a is equal to return 10. Hmm? A is equal to return 10. If I check the type of A, tell me what will be? What it will be?
Int.
Integer.
Integer?
I-
Are you sure? Are you
Yes.
sure?
String,
No, no, no.
string, string, sir.
String,
It
string,
will be
string.
string
String,
because
string,
this is
string,
code.
string.
Yes, it
Yes,
will be
yes.
string. But I know this is wrong. This is wrong. It should be into integer. So can I convert this integer? If I use like this,
Yes.
integer of a, what gonna happen? Oh, not this. What will happen? See, it is converted the value integer like this. Okay, so when that means we can convert a data type one way to another way. How? Just write int. If I want to convert into float, just use float also. It will look for the float.
2.0.
Simply like this. Okay. Okay, so understood. Now let's come to that part. I'll talk about now this. See this carefully. I'm going to create a tuple. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, sir, my requirement is again interviewer ask this thing sometimes to you. Interviewer ask this thing sometimes to you. What? I want to add a value in tuple, but I know that tuple is immutable. I cannot add the value. I cannot delete the value. So, is there any way to add a value or delete a value from a tuple? Yes, this is the way, but not direct way. What way? I know that I can convert. I can use a conversion. I can do the conversion, right? So this is my tuple. Can't I do like this? A t is equal to list of t.
List
So
of
this
things.
tuple I can convert it into list. Yes, sir, fine, I can do this. Okay, now if I print T, what gonna happen? It is converted into list. Fine. Now I know that I have a function append and use like this. So if I can see the value T, I can see I have added the value. See 49. Yes, I can convert it into again tuple. Can't I do this? Yes, like this. See, and store it again within the T. Can't I do like this? Now finally print T. See, I have added the value. So this is one of the way to add, delete or update the value within the table. But again, if interviewer asks you, is it possible to add, delete or to do something, to do change within the values within the tuple, you have to say, sir, yes. But there is no direct method like append function we have in list, like similar type of function we don't have in tuple. I cannot do this directly because I don't have a direct function. I can do this any another way, like with the help of data conversion, like this. Getting my point? So do not get fooled if interviewer asks you, is it possible to convert a data, it is possible to convert a, add a value, delete a value from a table. Do not get confused at that time. Getting my point, everybody?
Okay.
Yeah, everyone, tell me, is this fine till
Yes,
now?
yes, 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 fine.
mm, yes, Rajpal, you're right. Yes, yeah, that's something we're talking about, right? Ordered, immutable, unordered. Yes, we're talking about this. Correct. Hmm? Yes, you're right. Now we will talk about more on this, but right now we'll not go to the another data structure, but rather than I'll give you some time to perform these steps from your side, because as I mentioned, we'll not go fast, we'll go slow, we'll go slowly, but things should be clear, concept should be clear. Now I'll go to the W3S, right? List function in Python W3S. So go this W3S, not W3S blog. Come on. Come on. See this. This is my list. It has functions. See, written over here. What function I'm talking about? Come on, where is the function? Come on, where are the function? Writing list inbuilt functions in Python. Why I'm telling you, because I'll give you some time to perform it from your side, right? There's a Python built-in function, not Python, man. List methods in Python, yes. So see that, guys. See that carefully. We talked about append. Yeah, written over here. What is used to do? Append or adding elements to the end of the list. Copy, clear, count, extend. Now this is something you have to do this from your side right now. Can you do this, guys? Everybody, in terms of list, everyone.
Can you show some examples
Yes,
from
yes.
this?
I can tell you, show you.
Yes,
Come on.
one or two examples. After that,
Okay, I'll
we'll
show you. I'll show you one more thing. See, meanwhile, I'm sharing this link with you. See this. So come here. We'll talk. I'll tell you one more example. Okay, sir. Sir, you said, not here. So, okay. Here I'm writing, sir, Li. Li is equal to, I'm adding a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. I'm printing Li. I'm printing Li. This is what? This is list, sir. Okay, sir. Fine. Understood. So, if I'm using append function, what will happen? It is adding a value 6. But where it is adding a value always? Where it is adding a value? It is adding a value at last always. 6.
last.
Always, yes. But sir, my requirement is to add a value in between. In between, okay? Or not in between. Let's do one thing. In between, not in between. I want to delete the value. One function we talked about, that is remove. If I want to remove value, I have to write, I want to remove 1. The value I have to remove, okay? I have to write 1. So it will remove the value. Yeah, no output, then print li. It will show you the value 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sir, fine. But there is similar function where you have that is pop. Pop is the function which help you to delete the value. Same task will do like remove is doing. But here within pop, we have to pass index. What is indexer? Again, indexing in Python, it's nothing but there are two ways, from left hand side and right hand side. Indexing starts from left hand side, always 0. Within pop, I have to write index number rather than actual number. If I'm writing here, see, 0 means if I'm writing 0 here, 0 means what? Zero index. Zero index nothing but zero element I'm talking about. Zero element within list I have 2. If I will run pop 2, sorry, pop 0, it shows me 2. 2 means it has dropped the value true. So pop will give you the output what value it has removed. If you run li, it will show you the value. See, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting my point, guys? Everybody. Now I'll explain you one more thing. One more thing. Indexing. I'm explaining you a little bit of indexing. Again, if I have, li, this is my li. Okay. Indexing in Python, left hand side, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay. Yeah. This is 0. This is 0. How can I check this? How can I check this? Just write li bracket of 0. This is how indexing works with the bracket, with the list bracket. Just it will show you 3. Can you see this? This is a zeroth index value. I have 3. If I'm writing, guys, please mute yourself. There's a background noise I'm getting. Okay. So if I'm writing 1 here, what it will show me? It will show me what? Yeah, 4, isn't it? Okay, but that means, sir, you're trying to say indexing in Python from left hand side starts from 0. Okay, sir. But you said from left hand side. So is it possible? So is it like indexing starts from right hand side also? Yes. From right hand side, it starts from -1. If I will write -1, what it will show me? It will show me what? See this? 6.
6.
Getting your point? Definitely. If I'll write 2, what it will show me? It will show me 5. If I'll write 2, tell me what it will show me if I'll write 2. Tell me.
4. 4.
Are you
4.
sure?
Yes.
No, no, no,
Five,
no, no.
five, five,
5.
five.
Because this is 0. This is 1. And this is
Yeah,
2,
okay.
right?
Sorry.
0, 1, 2.
Yeah,
Yes. So that's called indexing. So this is something indexing. If I'm writing here li dot pop. Within the pop function, I have to write the index number rather than a value. If I'm writing here 2, tell me which value it will remove. Hmm? Tell me.
5.
Five.
5. And at the same time pop will return the value, print the value it will remove. It will show me 5. That means it has dropped the value 5. Now if you print li, what it will return you? 3, 3, 5, 3, 4, 6. Getting my point, everybody? Yeah, everybody. So this similar function written over here, as I mentioned, append, copy, clear, index. See, pop, we talked about pop. See, written over pop. Yeah, clear. These functions you have to do this from your side one by one, written over here again. I guess list man was writing over here. One more website has, I guess, list methods in Python. See that? Yeah, see that W3S written over here. Ah, sorry, written over here. Come on, rather than go to that link which I have shared before, now use this written over here. What it's doing, what's not. Now do that, everybody. Come on, come on. Why my system is hanging, man? Everybody, are we able to do that now? So you have notes in the Python class. Not no, Rajpal. This is something you have to do this from your side. Everybody, did you got my point? Shall we try? Can you try this out from your side, everybody, now? Now I'm going to share this Google Collab link with you. Do spend some time on this, 10, 15, 20 minutes. But